Okay, Jerry, we're all set to
Right.
start.
All right, good. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. I guess we should start with our Pledge of Allegiance. If everybody, those who can, could stand, I guess. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
of
United
the United
States
States of America, for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, with liberty for all. All right.
Okay.
We get credit for that, all right? All right. Thank you. Better late than never. I apologize for the technical glitches, but we'll blame Austin since there were a couple of us that had it. So, all right. Approval of minutes from 5/12/21. I just had one correction, so to speak, where it said under Lori Murphy was asking about the Stronghouse. It said Dr. Karen said the team. Could you just change it to the V&A? Because the team is a little vague. I don't know what team we were referring to, but it's the V&A that's looking at the different options. You see where that is, Austin, if you have the minutes in front of you?
Yep.
Okay, so if we could just change that.
So she's not here today, so I'll be taking the minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, she does a great job.
No, I don't want, wait a minute, sorry. I just screwed that up. I'm still here.
All right, good. We thought we lost you. We thought your husband.
I don't know what I did. All right, here I am. I'm back. Okay. I'm
All
back.
right, good. All right. So can I have a motion other than that to accept the minutes, 5/12/21?
I move.
All right, all those in favor?
Hi.
All right,
Aye.
opposed? All right, minutes have been passed. All right, any comments from the members regarding anything?
No?
Okay. Nothing. All right, public comments. Do we have any public? I don't know.
There's nobody here, Doctor.
Okay. Okay, no public.
Jerry, it's Roz on here.
All right,
I
Roz.
can't get through, so I just want to let everybody know that it's me.
All right, good.
Hi,
Oh,
Roz.
Yeah.
that's telephone?
Okay.
We're having some
Yeah, I'm the
technical
phone.
problems. Yeah. All right, Roz. Don't feel, we're all having some technical. All
Well,
right.
I'm driving too.
Uh-oh, pull over. All
I
right,
have my headset in, so I'm good.
all right, good. All right. COVID-19 update. Austin, give us some more good news.
So there's really no update from the last time. You know, the town is doing really well with vaccine rates. Almost all 65 and up have been vaccinated already. So that's real positive. The only other real update is now that if you are vaccinated, you do not need to wear, if you're doubly vaccinated, after 2 weeks after your second shot, you do not need to wear a mask in town buildings. So that includes the senior center.
Good.
So when we reopen in July, if folks, we can't ask if they've been vaccinated, but our policy townwide is saying that if you're vaccinated, no mask. If you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask. So that'll be made clear to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, and the person who's not vaccinated is putting themselves at risk. So it is certainly, the honor system should work, because if they weren't vaccinated, they should have the mask on to protect themselves. Those
Right.
of us vaccinated have little or no risk. Just in Yale New Haven Hospital this morning, they only had 8 COVID cases,
Oh,
Great.
So- down from a peak last April of 400. So,
Oh my gosh.
wow.
all right,
Great.
good. So I think we're all moving in the right direction here. Okay, and as we continue with that theme, the reopening update, Austin?
Sure. So we did a reopening info session on Zoom yesterday with some seniors, just to talk about, our policies and what we're going to be doing, how we're going to do it. Went well. Everybody seemed, excited to come back. We've purchased, as you know, we have the My Senior Center touchscreen here when you walk in, where you sign in and how we keep track of stats and all. So they've developed an app, and we've purchased iPads, so we can limit the folks at the front desk. So now when you come in, you'll go directly to your activity in the room that you're assigned to. And then we will go around and check people in on the iPad by either scanning their membership card or typing their name in if they forgot it. So that'll alleviate a lot of backup at the front desk. And we'll leave the front desk just for registrations and signups, not to sign in for the day. So that's something new. That's, another way to, keep congestion out of the main lobby area. So yeah, July 6th is the reopening date. That's a Tuesday after the 4th holiday. We had our bocce meeting today. So every year we do the big bocce league down at the surf club. So we had that meeting with all the captains and new people today. Went well. So that'll start in July. It'd be good to get people back in action and socialize down at the courts at the surf club. So that'll be starting in July on Thursdays all the way through September.
Great. Austin, any idea how many people were on the informational call or the Zoom call that you had?
9.
9. I would have hoped more than that. Okay. And a senior approached me recently and said, "Oh, I heard because of COVID, you don't have to pay the annual dues anymore." So
That's not true.
we're
We're starting. That was true last year,
Right.
but now starting July 1, you have to pay the dues starting July 1.
Yeah. I told her, I said, well, I don't think that's the policy, but maybe we should just remind people of that because there might be some confusion about it.
So we did in our newsletter that goes to 1,700 people. We put a
Mhm.
contact information update on the back so they could rip it off, fill out all their name, address, phone number, just so we could update our system, their emergency contact information, their email address. And it says, mail this in or drop it off with your dues, your membership dues that are due July 1. And then we'll remind people as they come in that they're due as well.
Okay. Good, great. Any
Hey,
other-
Austin. Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes. Yep.
I was wondering, my husband's gonna be 65 in July. Is he able to become a member so that he can play bocce with the guys? With everybody?
So yes, he could be a member. He could join at 65 and be a member and participate in bocce. We just need to get his info. If he could do that
Okay.
now, so he'll be a sub probably. I don't know if we have any more openings on the teams, but he could be
Oh,
a
okay.
sub and then he'll get a call almost every Thursday to be a sub because somebody always has something going on that they need to fill a spot.
Oh, okay, and that is Thursday during the day or what? I don't
9
know.
a.m.
Oh, okay. All right, I will tell him to submit his information. I wasn't sure if he could join because he's not 65 until July 17th.
Nah, send him. We could do it because if he wants to play bocce, we got to get him on the list.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll tell him. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions regarding the wonderful reopening? Are we going to try to still think about a September, kind of meet and greet or some kind of an open house, Austin, or?
Yes, September we'll probably do it in October or November because that's the 10th anniversary of the building.
Right. Okay.
So that'll be important we'll definitely do that. And that'll, kick us off. September is the real reopening where we're, as long as all things stay the same, we'll be open the entire building. Dining room will be open. So that'd be good to do not only a reopening, but a 10-year anniversary.
Yeah. So maybe we can put that on the agendas for the next couple of months or, where we can be a little more specific about the planning. I mean, we should have some officials. Maybe the longest member should say something, we should have a little more formal type of ceremony. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know who the oldest member is or who the longest member of the senior club is, but that would be nice to make sure some of them came back too as well. Okay. All right. Moving on, affordable housing.
This past Tuesday, SCROG met with their consultant and had the local towns participate in the meeting. And so they're really getting things kicked off, it sounds like, in July. But we're looking at different ways to connect with the community to get the word out about what the affordable housing group will be doing. So I'm assuming that they'll probably be looking to partner with this group and other folks in town to help get the word out, because they're looking to do surveys and gain information from the community. And they're looking at starting the process to discuss ways to identify different plots of land in town that might be good for housing. So nothing concrete yet. Nothing's really started with that conversation, but it sounds like things are really going to be kicking off in July.
Okay, good, Heather. Does this sync in any way with the discussion about low income housing?
So it's kind of all tied together. It's not exactly related to what's going on at the state. It's much more on a local level, the needs of the community and trying to address the needs of our particular community. And so it's important to, connect with the members of the community to hear what they want to see in their town and what they feel are needs.
I see. Okay, good. All right, any other questions for Heather or anything regarding the affordable housing? Okay, all right. Reorganization, Austin, any new updates with that as you've taken on additional responsibilities?
Yeah, so things are going well. I've met with, unrelated to senior services, but met with all of the subcommittees of the Beach and Rec Commission. So Bower Park, Salt Meadow Park, and I'm meeting with the Bower Rockland Preserve chair, who I've known for a long time, next week. So just sort of wrapping my head around what those different committees, what their needs and wants are. Very familiar with Bower and Rockland, as I was the liaison to those groups when I worked at Beach and Rec. And then, got a real good tour and meeting with the Salt Meadow group yesterday. They have a lot of cool things coming up. If you look online, they have some concerts at Salt Meadow in July and August and September. It's a really neat place to see a concert. You got the great food venues right around there. You can get some takeout and sit over at Salt Meadow and listen to music. We had our first real big beach weekend last weekend. Lots of people, like a real lot of people. There was some, Hammonasset closed down because they were the capacity. So all the folks who got turned away from there find their way to one of the beaches in Madison and, go about it by, they have to purchase a non-resident day pass. So they do that right at the surf club. So we sold a lot of those. There was just a lot. It was, 90 degrees on a Sunday and in June, which you don't typically get. So it was a big beach day. And I think we'll continue to see days like that throughout the summer. We've put an offer out and was accepted for a new recreation supervisor at the rec department. So he just has to go through background drug and approval by Board of Selectmen. So this person will be starting in July. We'll have a new staff member over there. Have a staff meeting between both departments in a couple of weeks, we'll get together and, let's go over my expectations and how I see the summer going and then going forward. Just get everybody in the same room. So that'll be in a couple of weeks. And it's going well. Just, if anybody
Good.
has any other questions about that, I'd be happy to answer them.
Can I just ask you a question as the head of Beach and Rec? I also heard that, Hammonasset, they redirect people to Madison and the lines were tremendous. Is there any way to have a in-town line and an out-of-town line?
So we really can't, because there's one way in, one way out of the surf club. So until we develop another routing to the back of the surf club, which there's plans to do that, just that's not an overnight kind of thing. So I think what I've talked to the head of, it's like the park superintendent at Hammonasset, and asked them to please send people to, if they're going to send people anywhere, it's the surf club, because that's where you have to buy your pass, or they can redirect people to park at the Route 79 parking lot or the train station, because the Ninetown Transit will pick you up there and bring you to Hammonasset. So Hammonasset closes because there's no parking, not because there are too many people. So if the bus picks you up, they'll drop you off there for free. So if you go to the train station or the 79 commuter lot, the Ninetown Transit bus will bring you directly to Hammonasset and drop you off. So that should be the first line of defense there. Should be the gate guards at Hammonasset telling people to take we're full, there's no more parking, but you can access the bus at these two locations and they'll bring you here. That should alleviate a lot of the pressure at the gate at Surf Club.
Okay, good. That's a great plan. I don't know if people wear that. I think people just were coming right over to the surf club, but, okay.
So they made there was a big public relations push for those buses the last 2 weeks. So, it'll take time for those to catch on, but that is an option.
Okay, good. Any other questions regarding the reorganization or similar such topic?
So I have an announcement that we can make here. So
Uh-oh.
last week Heather was awarded an award by the Women and Life Center in Guilford. She was awarded the 2021 Shero Award, and I'd like to read you what that means. So a Shero is a woman who inspires growth and change in herself and others. She is someone who has improved her own life or the lives of others by overcoming adversity, has gone above and beyond to help others during the COVID-19 pandemic. Shero is a woman who has involved in her community, someone who is a volunteer, a pioneer of a program that created change or does something for others in the community. And a Shero is also a woman who is a trailblazer. She is someone who is a leader or innovator who has created a positive change in the community. So, big congratulations to Heather for that.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Great
congratulations.
award.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
great.
You
Yeah,
just
very much.
Nice
deserved.
job.
Well done.
Good job.
Heather, did you get a plaque or a certificate?
There's a certificate. Do you want to see it?
No, yeah, and can we put it up? Can we put it up in the senior center?
Is it up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So everybody can be aware that the winner
Oh,
is.
nice. That should be framed and hung
I
up.
think that should be framed and hung.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah, don't be
Congrat-
modest, Heather. And I was going to ask, with Austin doing all of these meetings, your responsibilities, then you become the director when building, correct? You become the director of the senior center. Because you're the assistant director now, right?
He's the director.
I know.
And he's not here, yes.
Yes. So I would imagine that your workload would increase too.
Yeah, it's good. It's keeping me busy. I like it.
Good, that's good. Great.
Well, Heather, you do a fabulous job, and we definitely have to get that framed and put up in a prominent place so that all who enter can see
Mhm.
and congratulate you. That's great.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
important because she really enjoys the attention, so it's great to
See
put
it,
that
you
up.
can see it. You know, the shade of red that she is, you know. Demonstrates how much she loves it.
I really
You know,
love
it-
it.
when
Undercover.
You know, when you walk in, there's the plaques, you know, on the wall there. Would it go in there?
Oh, front and center, absolutely. I think that's a
That's where it
fantastic
should
spot for that
go,
to
because
go.
that's where your people would see it, you know, otherwise
Yeah.
if it's in some little obscure corner, you know, you might not see it. Sorry, Heather, but I think it should be there.
And make sure they have something in the newsletter about it as well, an article or
Maybe the front page, probably, the cover story.
Okay,
all right. Thank you, Heather, for being so wonderful.
here's to you. Okay,
Well deserved.
yeah, that's right.
All right. Do we have any other announcements? Any good, bad, or indifferent? Anything anybody wants to share?
No.
No,
No? All right. If not, I guess, can I have a motion in spite of our technical difficulties? We're still finishing in a timely.
yes,
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
so moved.
All
Second.
those in favor?
Second.
All right. So, and the next meeting is, I know we have the dates, but just remind us again, Austin, are we doing a meeting in July, right?
So typically you don't have a meeting in July, so you
Oh.
could skip that if you want to. Or we could have one.
I would suggest that we do not have something comes up of great import that we should all hear about and act on. Does anybody disagree with that, or do you want a meeting? Everybody looks like,
Well, I just want to make sure if we're going to do something on the 10th anniversary, even though it's going to be a while, I want to make sure we have a couple of meetings to plan that. But I guess we would if we're talking about October, November, right, Austin?
yeah, we have time. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so let's vote. Who wants to skip the meeting next month?
Aye.
Nobody
right.
wants to skip it? Everybody wants to have a meeting? You're not gonna be on vacation?
I mean, I'm willing. I wouldn't mind having a meeting. I feel like we're in a good flow now.
Anybody
Oh,
having it either,
after-
but I'm just saying that, you know. Okay. Everybody wants to, we just love each other too much, so, okay,
right.
we'll all meet in July. Okay,
Austin, when can we start thinking about in-person meetings?
We could have that starting in July.
Yay.
Oh, really?
oh,
All right.
that's,
Why don't we do that? All right.
I'm
I
gonna put
would.
that in the minutes. So July meeting will take place in person.
yep,
Great.
okay. Sounds good.
All right. All right. Thank you, everybody. Be well, and we'll see everybody in July.
See you.
Yes.
Bye.
You know,
Right.
before we do that, is there any chance that, depending on where people are and what they're doing, that we could have hybrid meetings? So that, you know, if someone it's not easy for someone to get down there, they can just be on camera.
Yeah, that's perfect. At most
Okay.
meetings would be
We can do
hybrid
that.
now.
There
So,
might be
Austin, you,
some I have to look into. I have to look into the rules. There was just something that was passed. If you could bear with me, I'll take a look here. Hang on.
I think in the winter, that's a great idea when it's, you know,
Yeah.
weather's bad. Go back to just. a
So
Zoom.
if we do it remote, then we have to make it remote for the public as well. So we'd have to allow people here, which is fine. We'd also have to make it available to the public via Zoom as well.
Is that a problem, do you think?
No,
We're
Okay,
sort of public anyway, aren't we?
we're not.
you're not, no, you're on the team here, Chris. You're,
Well, no, I
a
know that,
member
but
of the-
we're, that's not what I meant. It's not a closed door meeting.
No,
No,
unless,
no, it has to be public.
but is there, is it, we have a secure link now, right, to Zoom? I mean, if you open up to the public, it's no problem, no, right?
Right, the public gets their own link,
Right, okay. We still use our link,
correct.
okay. All right, so why don't we aim for next month to trial? Just do a hybrid. Those that want to be there can be there. Those that want to zoom in can zoom in. Does
Okay,
that work?
good. That sounds good.
That's good.
Mhm. Yeah, and then if Zoom automatically sends the day before, we'll just have Zoom keep doing that. However the world of technology where we get the day before, we get
However it works.
Yeah, if
the
it-
link, so then that will just continue, because if we say, oh, we don't need it, we're meeting in person, and then the next month so if you're gonna just have hybrid, everybody should still get a link. And then otherwise you just come to the meeting. And if you can't, then
Exactly.
If I have it set up to go to everybody every month, from here till the
eternity.
end of the year. Yeah.
Whichever comes first.
all right.
All
That
right.
sounds, all right, so I guess we're set for next month then,
Yep.
okay?
Okay, all right.
Roz, are you still driving?
What?
He's not on.
Driving, Roz?
She left the meeting. She left the
Oh,
chat.
She left
I
the
thought that.
building.
Hope she's okay.
Okay,
All right, thank you very much.
okay. Bye, everybody.